So Jesus came to this earth to show that God was an entirely different person than Satan had made him out to be. That he was not as accused. He was not arbitrary, exacting, vengeful, unforgiving, and severe. And at the end of his ministry, as he went out to be crucified, he said to his Father, "I have finished the work you gave me to do. I have made known your character to men." For the whole purpose of his ministry on this earth was to set men right by revealing the character, showing the character of his Father. Now that is not in the collection, because that approach to righteousness by faith is not the usual one, but Ellen White was full of it. What is righteousness by faith? Well, the way of the Bible is not to give theological discourse so much as to give us examples. Did Abraham enjoy, quotes, righteousness by faith? Abraham trusted God, and he was God's friend, and he talked to God as only a friend can do. And God said, "That's what I want." Now, Abraham wasn't perfect. He let God down 3 times, and God brought him over the same ground again and again. And the 4th time, Abraham did not let God down. And God turned to the onlooking universe and said, "Any more questions about my friend Abraham? He's really shown he can be trusted." Same way with Moses, same way with Job. You know, I honestly don't care about my legal standing, but I do care whether God can regard me as someone who could be trusted with the freedom and the privileges of the hereafter, where there'll be no police on every corner, no law posted on every wall, because the only people who are admitted there are trustworthy people who are safe to have around in that kind of a universe. That's what counts. You could adjust a crook's legal standing and admit him to heaven. I do not wish to live next door to someone whose legal standing has been adjusted but is still a crook. Jesus didn't say to Nicodemus, "Unless your legal standing be adjusted, you won't be in the kingdom." He said, "Unless you be born again of the Spirit," as David said, "with a new heart and a right spirit, with truth in the inner man." I'm concerned about healing more than forgiving. Oh, God is forgiveness personified, of course. He's forgiven people who'll never be saved. Jesus forgave the people who tortured him to death. They never repented. They never asked to be forgiven. He just said, "I forgive you, because I will even regard with forgiveness the millions who will die at the end of the millennium. I'll be crying over you." We will die in the presence of the one who has forgiven us. But it doesn't do us any good if it doesn't lead us to repentance and lead us to trust him and ask him to give us new hearts and right spirits and become people who can be trusted because there's truth in the inner man.